follows. The Catholic Church recently reported that Islam has just surpassed their membership numbers. You know how many people that is? That's a lot. Some studies, the video goes on to say, show that at Islam's current rate of growth in, listen to this, 5 to 7 years, it will be the dominant religion of the world. And it will dominate the world. Now, I had first got the email about this video last week. Not last week, 2 weeks ago. The end of the week before last week. And I'm thinking, okay, well, not surprising. This does make sense to me. One email requested that I comment on how does it relate to what the Bible says. I mean, how does this, Muslim domination of the world tie into Bible prophecy? And just as I was about to, really kind of form a response, I learned that on Wednesday, the 6th, like that graphic, May 6th, Wednesday, last week, the Hawaii State Senate approved a bill to proclaim and celebrate September 24th as Islam Day here in Hawaii. It made national news. One News Now asked the question, did you say aloha or Allah? Associated Press, despite the objections of a few lawmakers who said they didn't think the state should honor a religion connected to September 11th, 2001, the resolution to proclaim September 24th as Islam Day passed the Senate on a 22-3 vote. This bill was previously passed by Hawaii's House of Representatives. The bill recognizes what it calls the rich religious, scientific, cultural, and artistic contributions that Islam and the Islamic world have made. But the Senate's 2 Republicans argued that radical Islamists cheered the 2001 attacks. They also noted that other religions didn't have a special day honored. The lone Democrat voting in dissent opposed it on church-state separation grounds. Then Fox News. Hawaii's State Senate overwhelmingly approved a bill Wednesday to celebrate Islam Day, Wednesday, May 6th. The Senate's 2 Republicans argued that a minority of Islamic extremists have killed many innocents in terrorist attacks. I recall radical Islamists around the world cheering the horrors of 9/11. That is the day all civilized people of all religions should remember, said Republican Senator Fred Hemmings, to the applause of more than 100 people gathered in the Senate to oppose a separate issue, same-sex civil unions. Some of you were there. The resolution to proclaim September 24th as Islam Day passed the Senate on a 22-3 vote. It had previously passed the House and now goes to the Republican Governor Linda Lingle. Republican Senator Sam Slom argued that the United States has become too sympathetic toward Islamic extremists. I don't think there's any country in the history of the world that has been more tolerant than the United States of America. And because of that tolerance, we've looked the other way a lot of times. And many thousands of our citizens have been killed by terrorists, said Slom, a Republican. So, September 24th likely will be declared and proclaimed Islam Day. Here's the question. How does all of this relate to Bible prophecy? I'm so glad you asked. Here's why. I believe the Bible's description of the one world religion has at its core Islam. It is very pronounced. The components, the tenets, if you will, of the final one world religion have Muslim fingerprints all over it, if I can say it that way. And I believe that Islam is at the center of it. I mean, if you think about it, the Antichrist who brings together a one world religion, a one world economy, and a one world government will have to be sympathetic towards Islam. Will have to be able to bring Muslims and Jews together. Well, how's the Antichrist going to be able to do that? And how is it so that this religion we know as Islam could actually have that much prominence? Well, it's because of Islam's eschatology. Eschatology might sound like a big word. It's simply a study of end times events. And it makes me sound like I went to Bible college, which I didn't. So I'll use words like eschatology and hermeneutics and stuff like that. So you'll be really impressed. Don't be impressed. It's not impressive. So Islam's eschatology or theology as it relates to end times events is that there is coming a 12th and final Imam, a Muslim Messiah. And he will come and bring peace for a period of 7 years. Interesting, 7 years. Now, one writing by Ibn Khaldun in a work he calls Al-Muqaddimah, he says, quote, "There will come forth a man from my nation who will talk according to my sunnah. God will send upon him rain from heaven, and the earth will sprout forth for him its blessing. The earth will be filled through him with equity and justice, as it has been filled with injustice and crime. He," speaking of this Muslim Messiah, "will direct the affairs of the nation for 7 years, and he will settle in Jerusalem." There are other prophecies in the religious writings of Islam that foretell the coming of this hidden Imam, or Mahdi, as he's known to the Muslims. One such writing is what is called the Hadith, and it is a collection of words and deeds of the Islamic prophet Muhammad. Here's what the Hadith says about this coming Mahdi, or Messiah. He will be a descendant of Muhammad and the son of Fatima. If Fatima sounds familiar to you, it well should. If you are interested in your own personal study, and time doesn't permit for us today, but some whom I owe a debt of gratitude to have done such a good study and research on the links between Catholicism and Islam. I find it very interesting that Islam venerates Mary, denigrates Jesus. Oh, they believe that Jesus was here, but Jesus is a prophet who is subordinate to their prophet. So watch what else the Hadith says. He will return just before the end of the world. He will eradicate all tyranny and oppression, bringing harmony and total peace. I think about Daniel's prophecy 8:13, that through craft, his craft will prosper, and by peace will destroy many. So you have to understand in the teachings of Islam that their whole MO is make peace with your enemy, then destroy them. And this was echoed by one Yasser Arafat. When in English you would see him on the TV saying, that we want peace with, Israel. And then in Arabic, you would hear him say, peace with Israel for us means the destruction of Israel. So that's the whole gig, and that's what Muhammad did, and Saladin after him. They would make peace with their enemy, and then once there was this pseudo-peace, as it were, they would go in for the kill and destroy their enemy. And Islamic history is replete with examples of this. So, fourthly, he will lead a prayer in Mecca, watch this, with Jesus at his side following him. And 5, he will, listen, if that doesn't upset you, would you see me after the service? He will rule over the world for 7 years. So this Muslim Messiah, this Mahdi, will bring together the religions of the world, namely the big three, if I can call them that, Islam, Friday, Judaism, Shabbat, Saturday, and Catholicism / Christianity on Sunday. And he will bring these religions together so they coexist in harmony. Interesting. A couple weeks ago, I'm in Long's parking lot. And I'm looking for a parking space. And I was about to park in one spot. I thought, that's not a good place. So I'll park over here. And I see this white Toyota Camry, just like mine. I drive a, bus up 92 Toyota Camry.